And hey, and happy Monday evening to you. It is, February 10th. It is Monday night at 5 p.m., and this is the regular Facebook Live show. So if I sound like I'm a little like froggy or something, it's because I am. I'm still didn't have the Facebook Live show last week just because I was ill, and as you can still hear it in my voice. I have been talking a lot today. So that's kind of what happens. Also, I feel like my voice gets a little bit weaker. I am just going to share this into my Facebook group. Here it is. So if you're watching, I'd love to know where you are today. And, here we are in the month of February, and we're going to be talking about visibility tonight. There's a couple of things that I want to share with you and help you out with, because with it's visibility. If you're afraid to get visible, then I bet you see areas in your business that are suffering, and I don't want you to suffer like that. So let's talk a little bit more about visibility, what it takes, and today we're really just going to focus on the mindset around this. So again, if you're live, hopping on, please, let me know where you're watching from. I'm Laurie-Ann. This is being hosted on my business page along with my private Facebook group, which is Entrepreneurs Making an Impact. And if you know my story, I am the professional speaker who stepped off the stage so that I could teach you how to leverage speaking opportunity so that you get visible, sell out your programs and attract high-end clients, and monetize your intellectual property. But let's dive a little bit deeper into the mindset around speaking. And I was really just been thinking about this lately. One, because I'm going to be doing a free training called Visibility for Introverts. I'll tell you a little bit more about that later in the show. But too many times it's like people feel like it's this big spotlight that comes down on them. And it's like, I can't hide. I'm in this bright light. I should have brought a flashlight. I'm in this bright light to make sure that everybody sees me. And that makes us really uncomfortable. I get that. Because when I first started speaking in front of people, when I did my first Facebook Live, I got nervous. When I did some marketing videos for different organizations that hired me to speak, I will do a marketing video. The first couple of marketing videos that I did, I felt nervous. It's just oh my God, all these eyes are going to be on me. Absolutely, that's what the meeting planner wanted. They wanted eyes on that video so that we'd get butts in the seat. But I want to talk about the mindset that you need to have. You are here most likely with a business, and you're trying to grow that business. So just share with me, what business you're in. If you're watching the replay, just hit replay, but still, let me know what business you're in. And how are you using social media, the internet, to get visible? What's your favorite way? Now, there are so many different ways, and you know that I talk about this all the time. I love speaking in person, but I also love live stream. I love doing exactly this. I love being a guest expert in people's Facebook group, and people know that they can ask me. And as a matter of fact, I got two different offers last week, one to do a guest expert and one to do an in-person. And if you are here in New Hampshire, I'm going to be doing an event in, I would say, the early half of March, right in Hampton, New Hampshire. So keep your eyes peeled about information about that. So visibility really is a mindset game. And as you know, that I have this belief that if we take care of the neck up, that takes care of the neck down. So what do I mean by that? The way we think about something is everything. Have you ever heard of the push-up exercise that I talk about? So the push-up exercise is, I'm pretty sure that I've done a video on this. And it is essentially just doing a couple of push-ups per set, So, I mean, I'm talking like you only have to do like 2 push-ups. You can do them on your knees, on your toes, it doesn't really matter. And the first set, you're going to say negative thoughts to yourself. I can't go visible. People are going to make fun of me. Nobody wants to hear what I have to say. I'm going to fumble with my words. Then I just want you to stop. Take a deep breath in, exhale, and then you do another set of push-ups. This is my push-up exercise. And I want you to say all positive things. People are dying to hear what I have to say. I am going to speak so eloquently, and even if I do flub up, it's like, who cares? It's not going to bother me. Say positive things. And you tell me which set of push-ups is easier. Now, I suggested this exercise to a woman who was struggling with confidence. And I suggested this exercise, and she did it every single day. And about 3 months later, she emailed me and said, I love the exercise. I did it. I saw what the difference was. And I do it every single day to remind myself how powerful my thoughts are. So when I'm going to go live, what helps me to go live is I think about the topic. I kind of plan out what it is that I want to say. Preparation helps us really just calms us. So just think about the things that you want to say. So on a Facebook Live, I wouldn't recommend to you to teach 10 different steps, like how to do X in 10 steps. Let's break it down to just a couple of steps. And then the following week, you can do part 2 and do a couple more steps and then a couple of more steps. Don't feel like you have to teach everything you know in one Facebook Live, because Facebook will let you go live multiple times in your lifetime, in a month, in a week, whatever you like. And trust me, people are so enjoying this. I love looking at my stats, and I'll go and look at things and to see which Facebook Lives, what topics resonated the most. But I also get to see not everybody watches them right away. Not everybody watches them when they're live. So just know that when you're doing your Facebook Live, or you're trying to get out there to speak more and grow your visibility, just know that people are going to watch this later. If you do a training video that you're throwing up on YouTube, it's going to be there when somebody needs it. They're going to find it, and you just let people know about it. I mean, I have a ton of training videos that are on YouTube. So if you're ever feeling oh my God, I want to learn some more about speaking, you can just hop on over to my YouTube channel. You can hop on over to my Facebook business page, and just go under live videos. And there's a ton of videos that you can learn from. So I'm just going to take a second and just kind of let you guys, I'm just curious. I see Terry here. So Terry, hello she is local here. She's right here in Bedford, New Hampshire. Hope I see you at the monthly mastermind. And I know my voice is sounding a little froggy here right now, but love to know what business are you in, and what platform would you love to speak on? Whether that's podcast or live stream, where do you want to get visible? So I'm drinking some hot lemon and some honey, because after this, at 6 o'clock, I have another guest expert that I'm in. And then I'm gonna be quiet for the rest of the evening, and I'm sure my husband's going to love that. Terry says, yes, I can't wait. Oh, good. I love seeing you at the monthly mastermind. The monthly mastermind, for those of you who don't know, is an in-person event that I host with a co-host. And it's basically a monthly roundtable where we have a topic, typically a speaker, and it's limited in attendance because it's very exclusive and very intimate, and it's turned into a wonderful idea that I had last year, and so glad that I went with it, because I really do love live events, but I really do also love these virtual events. So being able to wrap your head around, just going live. Let's just talk about just going live. Sometimes people feel like, yeah, but I feel like I'm not talking to anybody. Well, that's when you want to promote it. You want, if you've got an email list, let your email list know that you're going to be going live. My email list finds out, about with the show notes and about this show the next day so that they can go watch the replay either on YouTube or Facebook. And either way, I just want to get the information to the right people. And that's the point of view that I come from. But let me just give you a tip that if you feel like, yeah, but I feel like I'm talking to nobody, one, you're going to be prepared and you're going to have your notes and you're going to talk like you're talking to your friend. Now, if you are on Facebook Live, I happen to use Ecamm. You might feel like, yeah, I'm just staring at myself and I don't see a whole lot of people that are watching with me. But pretend that you're talking to your friend. And if you have to, and I can't remember what influencer this was. I want to say it was Gary Vee. When he was first starting to do a lot of videos, he had a stuffed animal that was just on the other side of the camera. A stuffed animal. And so if you've got a stuffed animal, if you need to look at something other than yourself, because it's your Facebook Live, then find something else. Find a beautiful picture that you might say, this is going to represent my best friend, my ideal client, and that's who I'm going to talk to. I'm just going to have this conversation. I know what tips I'm going to give on this particular Facebook Live, and you just give that information. And a lot of times we make it so much harder than it actually is. Somebody in my private Facebook group said last week what they were so proud of was that they did their first Facebook Live. And people were congratulating them, including myself. I was good for you. That's not a little thing. That's a big thing. Congratulations. Now let's just say you want to practice. And I want to practice by myself. You can do a Facebook Live and set the settings to only you. So even though you do a Facebook Live and you kind of think it's going public, but you can make the settings so that it's just for you. You're the only one that's going to see. If that will help you get over those first time jitters, do that a few times. Because then you can come back on and this is my 5th Facebook Live. I think I'm going to let the world know now. And you let the world know. And I'm going to do this public. Or I'm going to do this just to my friends. Or this is just going to go out just to entrepreneurs. Whatever it is. But you get to decide what that is. So what I'm really encouraging you to do is just to take baby steps. Don't feel like if you're going to do a Facebook Live, it has to be for 45 minutes. It has to be if I'm not speaking to 20 or 30 people, it's not worth me talking. No, take a baby step. I used to teach aerobics, and I taught at this tiny club. And when I say tiny, towards the end, I was teaching spin classes and loved it. They only had 6 bikes. That's it. So if there were 6 people that attended class, I was walking around. But if there wasn't 6 people, if only 1 person showed up, I still did the class. And the reason why that was my philosophy was I wanted that person to come back next week when I was teaching again. Let's just say it was Mondays at 5. When I was teaching again at Mondays at 5, I wanted them to come back because they knew that I would show up for them, even if they were the only one that was in class. If there was only 1 person on this Facebook Live, I'm still going to give you all this information because I want you to come back and know that I can come back here next Monday at 5 o'clock and Laurie-Ann's going to teach something else about visibility this month because that's exactly what's going to be happening. And then you tell people, and you tell a couple of friends hey, Laurie-Ann does this great Facebook Live show. Come and watch it. If you can't watch it, you get to watch the replay. So that's part of my mindset. I want you to start small. Don't feel like it has to be this big bang thing. Start small. Just worry about getting the information out there. And trust me, if you really don't like it, you get to delete it. But you're not going to have to, because people want to hear the information that you want to share with them. So I am kind of making this a little short today. Here we are, only about 15 minutes, because my throat's getting a little froggy here. But I want to encourage you that if you've been thinking about doing Facebook Lives, give me some hearts. Give me some thumbs up that says like, yeah, I want to do a Facebook Live. Well, I would love to support you. And I want to just take a step for yourself that says, you know what, between now and next Monday, oh dear. Excuse me here. And we are coming to you live, with the sore throat and all. Between now and next week, if you want to do a Facebook Live, give me a thumbs up. Okay, my throat is totally going. So I am going to bring this to an end. So if you're watching the replay, please enjoy. Know that my throat is just a little too I have been talking all day with clients and potential clients on sales calls. So I'm going to end this early. But I do want to let you know that get on my email list. That's where I let people know about all the things that are coming up. Thank you, Terry. I will feel better. A couple more nights of good sleep. And also I'm going to be doing a visibility for introverts training, and that is going to be starting February 24th in a couple of weeks. I will talk to you guys later. Bye.